big believer in telling a story, and after the different places I've been and the things I've done, what prepared me best for it was my experiences here.
It was that aha moment where you realize this is what I want to do, and now this is what I'm doing. And I think I realized at that moment that, yeah, this is the start. This is how it begins, and this is where it's beginning for me.
Here at WOUB, you wrote your own scripts, and you learned on the job, and you learned how to work through your mistakes and create your own delivery and create your own persona. And you learned it in a very practical, concrete way.
It's the whole experience of being able to get your hands on equipment and to get in front of a camera and to take a camera out into the community to produce a show, be it radio or television.
When you walked out of here and you were working at WOUB, you already knew what some people that they hired would take years to learn because you had real production experience.
When I was here, I had a dream. And as a result of being here, that dream came true. And now I can come back to this campus and tell other people who sit in those chairs that I used to sit in and say, you know what, if I can do it, I bet you can do it. The dream begins here.
This place to me, in a lot of ways, defines what the university is about, because this place has the reputation for the excellence. This place has the reputation for having turned out so many well-known in their field, successful alumni.
I am currently an assistant professor in the journalism sequence at West Virginia University.
I am currently the morning meteorologist at WAPT-TV in Jackson, Mississippi.
I do community relations for the Cleveland Metropolitan School District.
I am manager of strategic technology development at National Public Radio.
I am with WHIO-TV. I'm a commercial writer-producer.
I had been a communications director for 2 Republican members of Congress, one of whom rose to the title of chairman of the House Budget Committee.
Currently, I'm a freelance journalist, formerly working with local television, CNN, NBC, and PBS.
I'm a reporter with WTAP-TV, the NBC affiliate in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
It's nice to come back and see a gorgeous facility, nicer than some facilities that I've worked in the business. So it's great to see that things have evolved.
It's phenomenal what it is now. When I was here, we had these huge cast iron teletype machines with big rolls of paper.
Back then, we had, what was it called?
We had the old crank zooms on the camera.
And you had to change the ink, and you got the ink all over your hands.
Telecini, I think it was.
And it was ding, 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 ding when a big news story came over.
And then you went to a drawer of slides.
It's very different from when we were here. They have a lot more challenges than we did. Just different equipment, different technology.
And just catching up with how things are done now versus how they were done when I was news director here. And they're done completely differently, and there's so much more being done than we could ever do back then.
Okay, what shall we?
What's your story?
I just like being here. I just like the way the place feels. I like walking anonymously across campus and just taking it in. I love the place. And like I said, I'll always be looking for excuses and reasons to come back.
Alumni Homecoming Day 2010 is a series of several events throughout the course of the day involving alums in what we do here now. And the first event was a radio pledge event where we asked alums to be on the air, in the studio, and on the phone talking about their experience here as a student.
Well, earlier I did the radio pledge drive. I was the first person on at 7 o'clock this morning with Tim Sharp, my old news director, who's still the current news director here. at WOUB. And later tonight, I will be the meteorologist on hand for Newswatch.
In Athens, Ohio. This is Alumni Newswatch.
The last thing we're doing today is Newswatch, and it's a show that we have been doing for 40 years at WOUB. It's a half-hour news program that we put on Monday through Friday, and students anchor it, produce it, report on it, pretty much do everything. For homecoming, we're having alumni return to anchor that show, to report for the show, to produce the show.
I think the idea of having a alumni-produced edition of Newswatch was just a tremendous idea, and everybody who's participating seems to be having a blast doing it.
As an alum, to be able to come back here and have the opportunity to kind of relive our glory days has been an absolute blast. Sometimes you feel like you're a kid again, only you have the wisdom of the years.
Coming back 30 years later and getting up there and sitting on that set and doing the show, it's a lot of fun. You know, it's exciting. In many ways, I feel like a kid again with that same sort of nervous anticipation of, boy, let's go out and do this thing, and yeah, is it going to be great? I don't know, but we are going to deliver a newscast.
I actually stepped forward to direct tonight's Newswatch, and that's when the nerves kicked in because I haven't directed a newscast for about 2.5 years. So I thought, okay, well, can I still do this? So big thanks to all the students who helped out, making sure all of us old-timers knew what we were doing and didn't mess up the show.
I stood in the viewing room behind and watched it and listened, and you know, all of those old guys did pretty good.
There you go. A lot of my friends, when I tell them, I'm going to my homecoming and we're going to put together a TV show, are you nuts? They don't understand why alumni out of OU are so incredibly passionate about what we do, and you become a family here. You know, 50 years of alumni standing out in this room, it's still excited about what it is they do.
There's a bond here that comes from having been a part of the communications program here at Ohio University. You're forever connected.
It's a myriad of emotions and feelings as you step back on this campus. And number one, probably pride. I'm proud to be a Bobcat.